everyone, I'm Zella, Product Manager at M2. A few days ago, we just talked about everything about M2's printing capabilities. Not bad, right? Today, I'm even more excited because we're diving into one of my favorite features, engraving. And I can almost guarantee that some of the things you are about to see will surprise you. When people think about laser engraving, they usually think about wood signs. But what if I told you that you can engrave in your pillows, your bracelets, your phone case, and even the beautiful stone you found on the work? It's actually completely durable, and the results look like they are from a high-end shop. And that's why we call M2 the easiest laser craft laser for everyday making. Now, let's find out just how much M2 can really engrave. Let's start with the most classic engraving material, wood. Today, I prepared 6 different types of wood, each with different textures, densities, and finishes. And if you are new to laser crafting, you might be wondering, do I have to manually dial in all the settings for these wooden boards? The answer is no, really. With M2, all you need to do is place your material, select it in the software, or simply wait to detect the material automatically. M2 takes care of all the rest by applying the recommended settings for you. No complicated testing, no guessing, no laser experience required. Let's use the same artboard on every board, steal my little cat, and see how each wood responds. Using the same color sticker processing file exported last time, we can transform it into the image suitable for bitmap processing through the automatic image adjustment function in xTool Studio. Look at that! The details are sharp, the engraving is clean, and every wood specific creates its own unique character. This could easily become personalized coaster or deco, ornaments, gifts, and small business products. But let's be honest, this is only the beginning. What if you want to create something that actually looks like a premium handcrafted product? Maybe the personalized cutting board, or even a stunning engraved artwork for your home. Yeah, that's exactly what M2 is made for. And the best part is that you don't have to start from scratch. Inside Atom, there are thousands of ready-to-use project ideas created and shared by our real user. For example, if I want to make this engraved cutting board, just download the design via template, tweak the elements, and here you go. The pattern and parameters are all set for you. And here's the final result. Honestly, this looks like something I'd buy from a boutique gift shop. And we can even customize your entire kitchen. Okay, so what if you want to make a seal out of wood to decorate your beloved bullet journal? Of course, it's no problem. You can use laser engraving to remove the blank areas in the seal. But we don't stop here. You can also make rubber stamps. Quick lines, clean details, ready to use. But wait, there's more. We can even create self-ink flash stamps and silicone products such as phone cases and mouse pads as well. And that's what makes engraving so fun. You are not just decorating surface, you are actually creating functional tools that you can use every day. To be honest, seeing so many self-customized items come to life is truly super rewarding. The most exciting thing about engraving is how they transform the ordinary into something truly out of a kind. Take a look at what is in front of me, different types of stone and glass. Next time you spot a beautiful rock on the sidewalk, or pick up an interesting piece of glass, bring it home. Because with M2, you can turn something like this to this. Next, let's turn to glass. There's a quick tip is that the diode or infrared laser can engrave directly onto the transparent surface. So we need to apply it first with a marking aid. Here's 3 common options here. The first one is marking paper. Soak it in water and stick it on. Engrave, then peel the rest off. The second is laser marking spray. Spray evenly. Let it dry. Then engrave and clean the rest through water. The third one is glass marking pen. Draw directly onto the area you want to engrave. Once covered, the laser leaves a crisp lasting mark. And before you throw out that old jazz, the worn-out tote bag, or the faded pillowcase, wait, why not just give it a second life with M2? Or maybe you just bought a beautiful leather journal, a sleek backpack, but it feels a little bit boring. Don't worry, M2 can fix that too. Pretty incredible, right? M2 doesn't just help you upcycle the old, it helps you make the new one truly yours. Okay, I know a lot of you have been wondering. M2 comes with a 10 watt and 20 watt diode laser, plus a 3 watt IR laser. So which one do you actually need? Well, as you can see, if you are working with the kinds of materials I just showed you, wood, rubber, stone, leather, and fabric, then the 20 watts and 10 watts diode laser has you covered. But if your creative work begins to involve more elaborate processing, that's where things get different. Let's start with Acrylic. When you are using a diode laser for engraving, darker or opaque Acrylic works best. That's because the laser engrave is absorb more efficiency, leave a clean, frosty engraving effect. For example, the black Acrylic cats engraved with the 20 watt laser. But if you are working with transparent Acrylic, things change. The diode laser passes straight through the material, which means it can barely engrave it at all. In that case, you need this assist, just like with glass. So what types of Acrylic can a diode laser actually handle? Let's take a look. More than you expected, right? Now, let's pick one and make a final example, a Mickey Mouse. So as you can see, the laser works perfectly fine on Acrylic when used correctly. But what about the 3 watt infrared laser? Different materials absorb different wavelengths in different ways, so the infrared lasers perform differently across Acrylic type. On top of that, diode and infrared lasers also have different spot size, which further expand the engraving detail. Let's test that on black Acrylic. One important thing to note, when engraving dark materials, make sure to invert your image beforehand, because on dark surface, the engraving result will always appear lighter than the original material color. Also, during Acrylic engraving, avoid setting the air stays too strong. Otherwise, you may get unwanted edges contamination or residue buildup. So, in general, as you can see, based on spot size alone, the 3 watts infrared laser produces the finest detail, while the 20 watts diode laser has a large spot size but takes less time. That's why the same images look slightly different depending on which laser you use. And after the 3 watt IR processing, it almost feels like the cat has come to life. Next up, a lot of people ask, can the laser engrave PLA? And the answer is yes. M2 can add an extra layer of detail and personalization to your 3D printer's creations. But PLA comes in many different types. Different brands use different formulations, which means the ideal setting can vary. So, how do we quickly find the right parameters? Don't worry, xTool Studio has a built-in parameter test matrix that makes it super easy. Whenever you are working on a new material, you can quickly run a sample test to find the optimal settings in just a few steps. Now, let's use the method to test the PLA filament. It can be seen that, except for white PLA, other colors of PLA can achieve the etching effects using different parameters by 20 watts blue diode laser. Compared with 3 watt infrared laser, the parameters changes a lot. But when it comes to metal, there's where things really start to separate. For many bare metals, diode lasers have their limitations. That's because metal tends to reflect blue laser light instead of absorbing it. Not only does this reduce engraving's effectiveness, but strong reflections can also potentially damage the laser system. That's why we generally recommend using diode laser for light marking on coated metals, anodized aluminum, brushed stainless steel, and other treated metal surfaces. The result is usually a light color mark, like this is. But it doesn't mean diode lasers can do some impressive things with metal. For example, color engraving. Take a look at this. This is a non-mirror stainless steel surface with a special finish. By carefully adjusting the laser power across different areas of imaging, we can create vibrant color effects directly onto the metal, which isn't paint or the coating. What you are seeing is the metal itself changing color through controlled oxidation. Gold, blue, purple, different parameters create different colors. This technique is especially popular for jewelry customization, premium branding, and high-end product marking. But if you are looking for a more versatile and higher quality solution for metal engraving, That's when the 3-watt IR laser comes in. Infrared lasers are commonly used to precisely remove anodized layers, revealing the bright aluminum underneath and creating high-contrast markings. You will find this technique everywhere, from tablet housings to consumer electronics and product labels. And it also generates less surface heat than diode laser, which opens up some additional possibilities, like create markings on certain plastic, such as white ABS. And it can engrave materials like brass and aluminum, applications that are difficult or impossible for diode lasers to achieve. So generally, 10 watts or 20 watts diode laser is perfect for your everyday making, and the 3-watt IR laser is for metal specialists, delivering finer detail and broader metal engraving capabilities. Here are 2 tips most people don't know. A lot of you think blurry bitmap engraving means your power is too low, but chances are, your air pump just cranks too high. The smoke is what blurring your lines. Or your machine's bidirectional movement is slightly off. There are easy ways to fix it. Dull down the airflow or do a backlash calibration. Let me show you where that is. 5 minutes of calibration, and this is what you are looking at. To this. But what if the surface isn't flat? With the rotary attachment, you can engrave all kinds of curved projects. Whether you are creating custom gifts, personalized keepsakers, wedding items, or products to sell, rotary engraving gives you even more creative possibilities. And here's something I really love about the M2. Unlike many dashboard lasers that require a riser base before you can use a rotary attachment, with M2's horizontal laser design cooperate with rotary attachment 3 lights, you can start working directly once you put things in. No disassembly or assembly is required, which also reduces equipment investment. By the way, if you want to engrave tumbler, check whether the surface has a color coating first. The M2's 10-watt or 20-watt diode laser can boast engraving on the tumbler with some metal coating. But for the bare metal surface, you will want to switch to the 3-watt IR laser for better results. Alright, I hope I've answered all your questions about M2's engraving capabilities. Next time, we'll dive into M2's cutting features, and we'll show you how to use the printing cards to combine printing, cutting, and engraving in a single project. See you then!